Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly, your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. First carry for the Hall of Famer, Marcus Allen. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On the ground, this is Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here we go with Williams. A little 360. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing. But this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood. But give them credit. They got it to pay off.
Now a carry for Allen. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll hand it off now. Williams. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ricky Williams, 54 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Go, go, go!
Now Foles. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Foles. Flush to his right. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking to took the ball for us.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll run it with Williams. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Ricky Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's Foles, eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogant.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Howie. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run it with the 85 MVP, Marcus Allen. Gets through, and now an opening. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Marcus Allen, 77 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Howie Long in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he checks this one down to Williams. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Hey, over here, over here. Gotta go, gotta go.
They go play action with Wilson. Smith catches one side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lawrence Taylor, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Complete, Smith has it. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Finding room at the 30. And he cuts it right sideline. And finally taken down at the 34. A big play there for the Giants. And even 50 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't hold. Ultimately free him. On second down, Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run with Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lawrence Taylor in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got some room at the 30. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Look. Well. Hang out. Bam.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. T.Y. Hilton, 34 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Man open, Rice. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Minka Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On third down, Elway. Hard throw, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll indeed go for it with Elway. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Elway. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're going to try and throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On 1st and 10, Elway. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now Wilson on second down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go 14.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run. This is Williams. A little juke. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Williams, only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They run. It's Williams. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Ricky Williams taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A beautiful spin and room to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this.
Detroit!
Now Williams. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Williams. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. Open man, it's Jeremy Shockey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run. This is Allen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and goal, Elway. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jeremy Shockey from 4 yards out. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeout.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rob Woodson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Gone! No, check, Patriots!
He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ricky Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right, and he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Let's go get it right here, come on. 14, run it. Hang out, bam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to run now. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
New York set to take the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gun! Detroit! Gun!
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ron Woodson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now for Ricky Williams. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll go on the ground. That good for 19 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll go ground game here in the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Skirts by him at the 35. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ricky Williams, 53 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
From the gun, it's Elway. He's going to find Hill here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun.
On 1st down, Elway. Buying time to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Howie Long in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now Elway to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Oh, eluding the tackle. And he's got room. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Giants. Ricky Williams, 79 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, now look at 56.
After the interception, here's Elway. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down. What an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And look at this, it's a fake. But he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Terrell Owens, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants add on to their lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
Flex round! Flex round!
A toss running left. It's Allen, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that'll Those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Now Elway on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a man who spent 7 seasons in a Dolphin uniform, Ricky Williams. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Allen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The safety Ed Reed there to make the play. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So here we go. Elway on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Gun. 11.
On first down, Luck. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
2nd and 10, Luck again. He gets it left side of Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. And they'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Locke. And that is going to be incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants. And they'll run it here. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Allen. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. And on the tackle, Kevin Green, of course, a member of the 2016 Hall of Fame class, Charles.
Went in on August 6th of 2016. Kevin Green taking his rightful place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And what a speech he gave that night. I can still see him standing up there. And the line that resonated for me, I didn't play this game for any other reason than love and passion. And only a cynic would dispute that if they saw Kevin Green play.
On third down, it's Allen. Allen, nifty footwork, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ricky Williams, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are in for 6. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's got some space here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Here's Locke into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Deion Sanders up to make the tackle. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now Elway. Room here to run. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Anderson's kick is good. Time for a break. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Dancing to his left. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way you can get the ball in his hands, he wanted to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best routes of anyone coming out of his draft class, and that included the wide receivers.
Last year, 80 receptions, also in the return game. He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, isn't he?
He certainly is. Every which way you want to go, however you want to package him.
This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Green, 39!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 2nd down, here's Hill. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Looks good on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Over!
They run it again with Williams. Able to push his way through, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of positions and maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Back now in Miami. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Right back to him on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So a big one coming now for Morton Anderson. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So now here come the Dolphins. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never... Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And right away, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants!
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you, that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and try to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ricky Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it down here and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, that's Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, 88. Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he's flushed out right. Now he's going to... And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 42 yards. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And the first play will be a field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Anderson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
An automatic Morton Anderson does it again. Knocks another one through the posts. I have to be careful because it's almost boring, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. And I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not?
Well, one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Bryant has since passed him.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll run it here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, Elway. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Elway on 3rd and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And on the ground they go with a running back. Now he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And they'll go on the ground. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Elway. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They go play action here on first down. Looking deep for Hilton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And he showed off yet again those elite cover skills that make him one of the greatest to ever play the cornerback position. If you're going to throw it anywhere in his vicinity, you obviously have to be on the high alert because he's a tremendous athlete.
Boy, a great athlete indeed. He can pretty much do anything. In fact, he's the only person to have both a reception and an interception in Super Bowl history. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Elway to throw on second. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. To throw is Elway. And he locates Walker, complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first, they'll throw with Elway. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, Elway. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. Third down here. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Elway. He finds Beckham complete. They convert on third with a gain of 22. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Detroit! Detroit!
They start the second half here with Williams. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Clinton Dix there for the stop. The Giants on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they'll run it here. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On third down, that's Williams. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure, or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. On third down, it's Allen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but fourth down coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Anderson's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Howie Long in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he is going to be taken down. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded about a yard deep. Breaks a tackle. And here now a spin. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 101 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Morton Anderson now for the extra point. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A first carry for the Hall of Famer, Barry Sanders. A huge play there right off the bat. 66 yards.
It's something that we saw plenty of times throughout his career. A huge chunk play, a huge chunk run from Barry Sanders.
And even though this one doesn't go for 6, worth noting, Barry had 15 career touchdown runs of greater than 50 yards. That's pretty good.
That is very good. He may have taken a loss here or there, but he often turned many of his runs into monster plays.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And how much fun is it to watch Howie Long play defense? He spent his entire Hall of Fame career with the Raiders, initially playing for Coach Madden, and won a Super Bowl ring with the Raiders as well.
That's Super Bowl 18 over the Redskins, and I think Coach Madden was actually in the booth for that broadcast. And that was, what, 1984?
It certainly was. Big victory for the Raiders, gaining another Super Bowl title.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it 6, maybe 7, but now they're left with 4th down and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Now let's go.
Here's Steve Young. Flush to his, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Steve Young, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Williams takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On third down, it's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. So here we go. Elway on fourth down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
And an interception in the end zone for Deion Sanders. That takes me back to, I believe, his last game at Florida State, a Sugar Bowl game against Auburn. The last play of the game, he switched assignments to make sure he was on the top receiver for Auburn and picked off the pass to end the game in the end zone in the Sugar Bowl. Deion Sanders.
So much knowledge in that mind. What a great career Deion Sanders had. 8-time Pro Bowler. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's third down and inches. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw, Young. This is caught, Gronkowski. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Rob Gronkowski from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spinning past him. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They get it off in 1. Elway. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Williams. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Elway to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Does a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Detroit!
They're going on 4th. It's Elway. Open man, it's Jeremy Shockey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 at the 19. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
He'll get it up the middle. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Ricky Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Steve Young on the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. And got his man complete. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on 3rd. 42 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
It's Young on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Now Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A 1st down throw for Young. Forced out to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Here's Steve Young on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half, Young. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Single receiver. Hey, Leopard! Leopard!
To throw on 2nd down is Young. He'll get this one off to Sanders. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I know some people express surprise when Barry Sanders catches the football because his rushing numbers get most of the attention, but he also contributed in his career in the passing game like we just saw there.
Yeah, he had nearly 3,000 career receiving yards, and I think that gets overshadowed by the over 15,000 rushing yards that Mr. Sanders had. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Carry for Allen. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On third down, it's Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Elway. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Jeremy Shockey, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll run it with Williams. Oh, good move at the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of respect.
And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Ricky Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Barry Sanders, 28 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spins away. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Again, it's Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Right back to him on 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
The busy night continues for Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Deion Sanders, the one to bring him down. And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
No, check, Patriot, Patriot. Leopard, Leopard.
On 3rd down, that's Williams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Set, 319, 319. Gone. Over.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That all pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them. Brandon, now we find out what their definition of commitment is. They've run it on the first 2 plays. Do they come back and do it again? They're that much closer to getting into the end zone.
Yeah, inching closer and really knocking on the door now.
Leopard.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. One last shot for Young. Out to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Throwing on first down, Murray. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll roll him out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Murray now. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a 3-yard gain. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it with an 85 MVP, Marcus Allen. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The first carry now for Ricky Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They run, it's Williams. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. They'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
To throw on 2nd down. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will score. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Tally, go left, tally.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
319. Yeah, Liz. Jump out.
Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
319.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got him in. Complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 89 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry down. This is Williams. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On the ground, this is Williams. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Howie Long coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Elway. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Buying time to his left. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Right now, you got 58.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Inside. Zoom.
shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Hey, check 26.
On first down, Rodgers eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Howie Long able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Calvin Johnson, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hey, check 26.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
To throw is Elway. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
He's going to let it go. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Touchdown, Bears! So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and that makes our score 17-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. From the shotgun, Elway. Dancing to his left. Man open, it's Moss complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.